What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Power 5 here on Wager Talk TV. It is Tuesday, August 1st, new month. I am, of course, Bryan Power. Every morning I bring you the 5 things you need to know from where the market is moving, who to buy low on, who to sell high on, our favorite stat of the day, and a free play makes it number 5. That comes at the end of the show, our power play of the day. But first, just a reminder, please go ahead and smash that like button. Give this show a thumbs up. Comment away as well. Let's get this thing interactive. I loved all the comments I saw on yesterday's show. You can feel free to let me know if you disagree with the power play of the day, which was admittedly wrong yesterday. You can let me know if you agree with the power play of the day, which it hopefully will be today. Let me know your own best bet for the day. I will try to get into the comment section and reply as soon as possible. Again, I want this thing to be interactive. Of course, do yourself a favor. Make sure you are subscribed to the Wager Talk YouTube channel, where there's a ton of great sports betting content each and every day, not just this show. Let's get into the Power 5. What do you say? We start with where the market is moving. We do that by glancing at the wagertalk.com odds screen. And I noticed this line move last night. Bettors hopped all over the Cubs, who opened minus 150 on the money line. They are now north of minus 160 at most shops. This is the second game of a critical series with the Reds in the NL Central. Now, Cincinnati was a 4% winner for me and my clients last night. They win the series opener 6-5. A big night overall for the Reds because Milwaukee lost as well. That means the Reds are up 1.5 games on the Brew Crew, 5 games up on the Cubs in this division. But a big reason why I took the Reds last night was they were facing Marcus Stroman, who's been in a slump. Tonight, the Reds must deal with the Cubs' true ace, that being Justin Steele. He is 11-3 with a 2.87 ERA this season. But let's put up some red flags if you want to follow this line move, okay? And I'm not saying it means you should disregard the line move, but Steele was roughed up by the Reds back in May, gave up 6 runs. The Reds are 5-1 against the Cubs this season, including a perfect 4-0 in Wrigley. And Ben Lively, who's starting for the Reds, he's pitched a lot better than most realize of late with a 3.23 ERA his last 6 starts. So some interesting notes there in spite of that line move in the Cubs' direction. Okay, here's another team that bettors seem to like, Tampa Bay. They will probably close as a road favorite at Yankee Stadium tonight. The Rays were going to be my second client play yesterday. Unfortunately, we got hit with a pitching change from the Yankees, and that's too bad because the Rays went on to win that game rather easily, 5-1. Tonight, you look at the Yankees, you can see why bettors want to fade them. The Yanks have struck out 30 times in the last 2 games, folks, and now they're going to face Zach Eflin, although Eflin has struggled twice in his last 3 starts, had to leave early with knee discomfort in the last one. Can you trust this miserable Yankees lineup? I don't know. Carlos Rodon, he has allowed 4 or fewer hits in each of his 5 starts since coming off the IL for the Pinstripes. But man, that Yankees lineup, even with Aaron Judge back, is just not getting the job done. I always like to check the totals market. Early in the morning, there had been little movement there, but just before I hit record, 2 totals catch my eye. Milwaukee, Washington dropped from 9 to 8.5, and then Arizona, San Francisco goes from 7 to 7.5. That Arizona, San Francisco one is particularly interesting when you consider San Francisco was the lowest scoring team in all of baseball in the month of July. They're facing Zach Gallen, so you're like, why would people be on the over? Well, Gallen is a lot worse on the road than he is at home. Okay, let's move to sell high. Seattle Mariners are a season best 4 games over 500 right now. They beat the Red Sox last night 6-2. The M's go 17-9 overall in July. They've won 8 of their last 11. So maybe they're peaking for a playoff run. Well, front office didn't seem to care. They deal the closer. They deal A.J. Pollock. So we saw something similar 2 years ago when they dealt the closer, Kendall Graveman at the time, and Seattle ended up not making the playoffs. I'm going to have more on this game in our power play of the day. I think you know where I'm going there. Buy low, well, if you followed buy low yesterday, it was a nice score because I said the Angels were in a buy low spot, and sure enough, they stunned the Braves 4-1 in the series opener. Tonight, maybe give consideration to another underdog, Cleveland, who's going to go with Gavin Williams. Williams is around plus 160 on the money line at Houston. Astros do take the series opener last night, but that was a game that totally turned on a Noah Syndergaard injury. The Guardians were up 2-0 in the 6th when the newly acquired Syndergaard had to leave the game. From there, the Astros beat up on the Cleveland bullpen. The Guardians had finished with more hits than the Astros last night. They had the bases loaded with nobody out in the ninth, could only push one run through. So I look at that price. I think there's some value on the Guardians in a potential buy low spot here on Tuesday. Stat of the day. Okay, I said the Angels beat the Braves last night 4-1 to make our buy low segment look good. What was really impressive about that win for the Angels is that they were 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. And here's our stat of the day, everybody. Over their last 4 games, the Angels are an incomprehensible 2 for 39 with runners in scoring position. If this team, which has the American League's best record since the All-Star break, oh, by the way, can start to get some timely hitting, maybe we do see Ohtani in the playoffs, although I don't think tonight is necessarily the night where that timely hitting may begin. The Angels are a massive underdog against Spencer Strider, a strikeout machine. Before we get to today's free play, just want to let you know about a few special offers that we've got here at Wager Talk. As you know, I recently celebrated my 1-year anniversary coming aboard the site. It's been a great first year. I ranked number 1 in MLB from last year's playoffs through the All-Star break. I was also number 1 in college football last season, plays rated 4% or higher, hitting 60% with those. Yes, I know it was a very disappointing start to the second half, or it has been in MLB, but we closed July out with a nice win on the Reds. It's a new month, and we're going to start dominating, and here's a deal you can take advantage of. Take 50% off the price of a 1-year all-access pass by using the code POWER1000. That's POWER1000 for the cost of just $2.73 per day. You will get every winner I release for the next 365 days. Head on over to wt.buzz/BP to take advantage now. There's also another special you can take advantage. If you don't want to be locked in for a year, you can just buy the remainder of the MLB regular season, and we'll throw in college football through the end of September free of charge. That's a $300 savings. We've just recently discounted that package a little bit more. That offer, no coupon needed, but it does expire on Sunday. Okay, power play of the day for Tuesday, August 1st. Let's go back to that Boston-Seattle matchup I discussed earlier in the Sell High segment. Not only do I think it's a good time to sell high on Seattle in general, but I'm selling starter Bryce Miller, who gave up 4 homers and 6 runs his last time out. Now, Boston doesn't score as much on the road as they do at Fenway, but they don't need to tonight with Brayan Power on the hill. Bayo only 2 times this season out of 17 starts has he allowed more than 3 runs. He beat the Mariners earlier this year, held them to 1 run and 3 hits over 5 innings. Earlier I mentioned the Mariners just dealt their closer at the deadline. I like Boston here. Better team, better starter, and Seattle's bullpen's been weakened. So that is it for the Power 5 for Tuesday, August 1st. Hope you enjoyed it. Now let's go and cash some winners.